One of the things that I enjoy as a basketball fan, beyond just the game, beyond just watching how the players operate on the court, the science behind what's done, and just the love of basketball, one of the things I really enjoy to watch is when history is being made. I relish in the moment I get to see something that's never been done before. And today, beyond it being the NBA Finals, it being a great game, I got to watch history. We got to watch history. For the first time ever in the history of the NBA Finals, we had two teammates, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, record 30-point triple-doubles. And to my knowledge, this is not only the first time this has happened in the finals. This is not the first time this only happened in the playoffs. This is the first time in the history of the NBA ever that two players on the same team have recorded 30-point triple-doubles. Today, in a 15-point win over the Miami Heat in a 109-94-point win, Nikola Jokic put up a 32, 21, and 10 game with two blocks. Put up 32, 21, and 10 with two blocks. Jamal Murray chipped in 34, 10, and 10. And I thought to myself during this game, at one point in the third quarter, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Creed 3. And if you have, it's a great movie, but there's a scene towards the end when it's the final fight where it's Adonis Creed versus Dame. And midway through their fight, I imagine this is what it's like for real boxers. They're fighting and they only see each other. There's no crowd, there's no music, there's no sound. The only thing they hear is their breathing and the sounds they make when they throw their punches. And the same thing with their opponent and what they're seeing in their head. And it felt like at one point in the third quarter, this was the exact same thing when it came to Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic versus Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. No one else mattered. Kevin Love hit a three, but no one else really did anything. It felt like a game of 2-on-2. And in the end, Denver ended up coming out on top. But for the entirety of that game, that's not how it went from start to finish, but that's what it felt like. With this, beyond Jokic and Murray making history, Chris Brown, white Chris Brown. I know it looks like it's spelled Braun, but Chris Brown came through, gave the Denver Nuggets great minutes. People starting to call him the new Austin Reeves. I wouldn't go as far as to call him the new Austin Reeves, but he played really well. Played well last game too, but today with him driving to the basket, Miami tried to create more of a wall around the basket, if you will, to try to stop Nikola Jokic from being able to post up and get easy looks. But when you have someone who's willing to slice through the defense like Chris did, it really opens up everybody else on the court and what they can do offensively, because you can do it once, you can do it twice like Chris did. By the third time, you're going to have to take the double team away from Jokic and make something happen. And that's what he did. That freed up the rest of the offense to really maintain the lead they had built against Miami. Aaron Gordon played well for the most part. Was quiet. I know he had 11 points, shooting 50% from the field, so it wasn't terrible. I think he actually played better defensively than he did offensively, which is really not a shocker. Played very good on defense, excellent in transition, a lot of hustle plays. Still looking for a Michael Porter Jr. game, still looking for KCP to contribute in a meaningful way. Michael Porter Jr., I'm a little salty that he's not doing much this series, especially how he decided to turn up offensively and defensively against the Lakers. But when you have two players go for a triple-double, it's hard not to lose that game. As far as things went for the Miami Heat, it was really the Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler show. Jimmy came to life in the third quarter, and for a moment I thought he was really going to spark a comeback, because it wasn't the entirety of the quarter, but I would say from midway towards the end, that's when he did a lot of damage. Went radio silent in the fourth quarter. Bam did most of his damage in the first half. Hit a few shots. He had a really nice putback dunk in the second quarter. Definitely a big highlight play. But for the most part, Miami couldn't shoot. 37% from the field, 31% from three, if I'm not mistaken. Shot well from the free throw line, seeing 79%. Even with Denver having 14 total turnovers, and a lot of that was down the ending of that fourth quarter, it seemed like every other play, either Jamal Murray or someone else was getting plucked and allowing Miami to go down there and if not score, at least get another possession. But the difference was the points in the paint. 60 points for Denver, 34 for Miami. And that really sums it up. If you're not hitting your shots, we know about the Miami Heat. They're a team that's predicated on being able to drive to the basket or hit outside shots. And when your playmakers are not able to get anything going at the rim and your outside shooters are not knocking down their shots, you're going to have a rough day against somebody like Nikola Jokic, who I know I talked about him in the last video. Jokic is something different. Jokic, I have said I think he is one of the 5 greatest offensive players to ever play this game in terms of scoring, points generated, passing, efficiency, the length and time which he's done it, the postseason elevation, especially this year. But call it a hot take. I think one day he might go down as better than Shaq. I think it's possible. If he keeps this up, I don't see why he wouldn't be considered a better player than Shaquille O'Neal. But excellent job by the Denver Nuggets. 15-point win. They'll be back on Friday in Miami for Game 4. Till next time, please make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. If you haven't subscribed, trying to hit a goal of 500 subscribers in the next 2 months. So please, please, please hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way. But until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video.